I'm James Longman for ABC News in the United Arab Emirates. This region is still trying to interpret the decision by Donald Trump to not launch those strikes on Iran. And they're asking themselves, what next? Well, sanctions, more sanctions. The United States has started today with a new round of sanctions on Iran, and the ones that are already in place have damaged Iran's economy considerably. The IMF says its economy will have shrunk by 6% this year. Inflation is at 30%. Its oil exports, the only commodity it basically has to sell, down by 80%. And it regards, in many ways, these sanctions as an act of war. It calls it economic terrorism. So I think most people in this region expect some kind of reaction from Iran. The big question, will Donald Trump be able to back down a second time if Iran does react with more aggression? Very difficult to know. Well, Donald Trump's advisors are in the region taking the temperature here. Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, has been in Saudi Arabia speaking to a major US ally who has long lobbied Washington for more action on Iran, but I don't think anyone here wants things to escalate any further. And just as a sign of one way in which Iran could react, should it be attacked over the weekend, Houthi rebels sponsored by Iran in Yemen against the Saudi coalition there launched an attack inside Saudi Arabia. It's not the first time that they hit an airport there, killing one person and injuring 21 others. That is just one of the theaters of influence Iran is operating in. And today, the United Nations Security Council will meet to work out what to do next. The United States will present the proof that it has that that drone was flying in international airspace rather than Iranian airspace, but I don't think the Iranian
towards conflict, where we could break at any time and find ourselves perilously closer and closer to war.
But we are where we are today, Senator. So answer the question about whether he made the right call.
Well, I think there's a bipartisan group of senators that spoke pretty clearly last week that this president cannot take military action against
these big gas giants relative to Earth is that on Earth,
I would rejoin with our allies. I would work to renegotiate, get us back into a place where we are standing together with our allies and have, like we had with
What's going on, family? What's going on? Grand Rising, everybody just tuning in right now. Peace, power, and prosperity, everybody. What we going on? What we got going on out there, man? I was over here messing around with a couple of things, checking something out. Ethereum coming back up, reaching 311 right now on Binance versus Tether US. So the market's starting to pick back up right now. How we doing, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. I thank everyone for tuning in on the Early Rising Show of Coffee and Crypto with the Bitcoin Block Buggy. Let me go ahead and get my podcast started up real quick so we can start recording. Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome. Shalom, Islam, peace, Hotep. Whatever your national greeting is, cultural greeting is. I give everybody a grand rising and a salute for this rising. It's Monday. Y'all already know the time. Well, really, Monday came in at about 7 p.m. last night, Chicago time. If we all overstand UTC time, it's actually right now, it is 1:13 p.m. June 24th, 2019, a Monday in all actuality. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I've been live. Y'all know I had to come back in and check, tune in. Grand Rising. If y'all can, please share this out too. Share this out. Yeah, Brother Duncan, I don't know what's going on with the ringer. I don't know what's going on with the ringer. Yeah, if y'all can, please share this out though. Share this out before we get started. Let me share this out real quick on YouTube. I mean on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I wonder. Let me see. I wonder if y'all could even hear me. Yo, yep. I see the volume bars. Let me know if I'm clear. Let me know if the video is clear, y'all. Let me know if anything is obstructed. Please, before we get this thing really started. It's kind of early. Well, no, not really. Just around the regular time I usually go. I meant to go around 7. 8:14 ain't too late, though. Now, always remember you can watch this on BitTube and access free Bitcoins for watching my videos. For everybody out there, don't forget that. First and foremost, a little feedback. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear and see me. Let me know if y'all can hear and see me. Let me see. I don't even think I got any comments coming through on either side. Let me see. Yes, I do. There we go. All right, Brother Tim says I'm clear. Grand Rising. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and make this public. Because whoever y'all sharing it to, they're not even going to be able to see it. How we doing, Miss Erica? Grand Rising. Brother Key. Brother Jamar. Brother Rashid. Miss Kendria. Brother Sam. Miss Marley. Brother D. Duncan. Brother Wheeler. Brother Walter. And Miss Stephanie. How we all doing over there? Let me see who do we got over here on the YouTube side of things. I don't even have anybody on YouTube right now. If I do, if you can, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let me know who I see. I got checking in with me this rising. Got a couple of stories. To come forward with. Little something in the crypto news side. Zigzag, what's going on? Grand Rising, King, peace. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for tuning in. So we got a couple of stories. What I'm using right now is the Avocado platform. I ain't gonna get into everything. Right now, these right here are correlations. These are one-day correlations for cryptocurrency. So this is Bitcoin versus Bitcoin. course, it's 1-to-1. Then you got Ripple versus Ripple. But then you got Ripple versus Bitcoin, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, XLM versus Bitcoin, EOS versus Bitcoin, Litecoin versus Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. Then you got Bitcoin Cash versus Ripple versus Ethereum versus XLM, EOS, so on and so on. And then farther up, which we can actually break this down now, give us a 4-piece. Let's turn this to a market view. There we go. So we can have Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let's do BNB. And who we most interested? Let's actually Ethereum Classic, real sleeper. I don't even hear anybody talking about ETC, and ETC just went from, let me see what we got, 5-minute charts. Let's look at the dailies. Take a look at some of these daily charts. See to show you the real growth that's going on in cryptocurrency right now. So we can see Ethereum Classic was over here in April, just around $3. Currently trading at about $9. BNB, what is this? Oh, hold on. No, too big. There we go. Bitcoin just, in fact, let me switch these out. There we go. It's the mighty BNB coin. So we got good act right in the space right now, man. We got real good act right in the space. So looking at a better pictograph of everything, a broad overview. You can see we got Bitcoin up 2.2% over the last 24. Ethereum just crossing 310, right? Tron up 6.1%. Don't sleep on Link. Link's not done. OMG's up 7% right now. 7.2% within the last 24. Only $2.42 as of right now. As of right now. So you can imagine what it was, you know, with a 7% discount of $2. Sliding over here, checking out our first story. Is this the first story? Here we go. Key Bitcoin indicator suggests 21,000 fair value by end of 2019. I wonder what indicator they're speaking on specifically. Okay, let me 1 second. Okay, I got Islam, brother Nicholas Bay. Say you tuning in on the YouTube channel right now. Peace, Grand Rising. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all already know this is a live Q&A, so if anybody ever has any questions, just please go ahead and ask. Now, I do understand that while I am reading some of these stories and looking at charts, I'm not able to look at comments at the same time. So just understand that when you're asking questions, if I don't get right to them, I don't ever ignore anyone's question. It may be that I do not see it at that present time. So hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me get this podcast started because I damn it was about to take off without the podcast being started. So first and foremost, let me go around. Let me see who all checking in. And let me see if we got any starting off questions. Let me see who all we got checking in on Facebook and YouTube. Everybody should be having a very good Monday, regardless of what, any type of pullback that comes in. You know what I mean? Only here, can't see. Miss Erica says she can't see. Is anybody else obstructed from the view? Anybody else obstructed from the view? Let me know if anybody else is obstructed from the view. Miss Erica says she only can hear, but she cannot see. Family, let me know if y'all can see this. If y'all can, let me know so I can restart everything. What do I think about Raven? Raven, which Raven? We probably talking about the Raven everybody's talking about. It's one hell of a project. I like Raven. He said I'm good on YouTube. Okay, he said I'm good on YouTube. Let me slide back over here to Facebook and make sure I'm good before I take off. I need some type of confirmation from somebody watching on Facebook. Okay, Miss Erica, you said you can see. Okay, so you can see. Okay, perfect, perfect. I thought something was obstructed with the view. Now let me go ahead and reintroduce myself. Peace, power, and prosperity. Oh, hold on. Let me start that over for the podcast. Delete. There we go. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is Amir, the Chicago crypto hustler, Bitcoin block bully, coming to you once again with an early rising show of coffee and crypto in the AM. New Money Matrix podcast. How we doing out there, family? We got live streaming going on YouTube, Facebook. It is July 24th, 2019, 1:23 p.m. Monday, UTC time. Y'all get ready for y'all updated crypto news, top 10 coins, and a quick look at these charts. Try to see where some of these cryptos may be going. I mean, we're up 30, 40, 50, 60, 100% in some of these cryptos. So I know everybody from the original DeFi class is definitely sitting real nice right now. With us opening up CDPs at anywhere between 125, 130 on Ethereum. You know what I mean? Right now, Ethereum trading at $300 and up. So it's more than a double up on the CDPs themselves. You know what I mean? Brother Tim, if you can't share this to the DeFi group, Brother Tim, or somebody else from DeFi, anybody that's in DeFi, if y'all can't share this to the group, share this video to the group. Anybody that's in DeFi, if you can, real quick. Thank you. Brother Polo, what's going on? Miss Blake, peace. All right, so I'm good on YouTube. I'm good on Facebook. Let's get into the first story. First story coming in from Cointelegraph, entitled, Key Bitcoin Price Indicator Suggests 21,000 fair value by end of 2019. Interesting. The Bitcoin price is unlikely to break 40,000 in 2019. Bitcoin Knowledge podcast host Trace Meyer declared as part of a new analysis on June 24th. Okay, now we know what things are not going to happen and what are going to happen by certain dates. Uploading fresh readings from his price forecasting tool, the Mayer Multiple, the serial commentator and Bitcoin proponent, said the current trajectory should favor an end-of-year Bitcoin price of around 21,000. This, while below the estimates of other industry figures, such as Fundstrat's Tom Lee, still places the largest cryptocurrency ahead of its record high set in December of 2017. The Mayer Multiple is a calculation achieved by dividing the current Bitcoin price by its 200-day moving average, currently at $2.09. Wait, what? The metric has only seen higher readings of 14.79% of the time, meaning that a giant leap to 40,000 in particular is unwarranted. We're not currently at 209. Anyways, very low. I'll have to 209% maybe. Its calculations read by dividing the current Bitcoin price by its 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is currently at 209. The metric has seen higher readings, 14.79% of the time. Okay. Very low probability of 40K in a few months, Mayer summarized. As Cointelegraph reported, Bitcoin succeeded in retaking the $10,000 barrier late last week, only to go on past 11,000 within 24 hours. The performance buoyed analysts, many of whom consider 10,000 to be a watershed moment. Investors waiting on a sidelines, they argued, would jump on board once 5 figures were reached, triggering a snowball upward price effect. At press time Monday, markets were nonetheless taking a break from bullish movement. BTC versus USD settling at around 10,850. For the rest of the year and beyond, however, the Mayer multiple considers moving through 15,000, 21,000, and then 30,500 to be probable. The first of these would nonetheless be overvalued should it hit in September. But thereafter, Bitcoin would find its price niche. June 2020 should trigger the 30,000 plus Bitcoin, roughly a month after the next block reward size halving event. Family, these numbers are not fabricated. They're not, oh, this is impossible. This is crypto. Welcome to the new money matrix. You know what I mean? I'm seeing 80,000. At the end of the day, I don't understand why we might not see it. Let me say this. We may not see it, but our children, maybe even our children's children, will see a $100 million dollar unit of measurement per Bitcoin, meaning that each Satoshi will then be worth $1. Watch what I tell y'all. We may see it in our lifetime. I don't know. But that's what I see it being. I see that being the financial unit of measurement, even though it's, the dollar, blah, 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 blah. That stuff don't matter. Right now, somewhere in the world, Bitcoin is 1 million of somebody's dollar. That's all you got to really comprehend. It's not, because we got to get out of this mindset that everything is based on dollars. Like, yeah, it's $1 million. Like $1 million is only $1 million in America. Like, y'all do understand that, right? A Federal Reserve note is only 100 or $1 million USD, because it's not a dollar anywhere else. They don't have dollars. They got francs, they got euros, they got pounds. You understand what I mean? We got to understand that a dollar is not world. Forget that though. But that's going into a whole nother conversation. Next story coming up: a monumental fight over Facebook's currency is coming. What are some of y'all thoughts on Libra, global coin? What are some of y'all thoughts? Let me know what some of y'all thoughts are for the viewers right now. Let me know if we got any questions before going forward. Do we got any type of questions? Let me know if we got any type of questions moving forward. I got any more viewers on YouTube? We low on YouTube today. Let me go share this. I did forget to share it though. Truth be told, I did forget to share it. So let me go share this on Instagram real quick. Let them know I am live. Just to let them know I am live. There we go. Family, if y'all can, please share this out on IG, Twitter, Instagram, if you can. This is the information that people need to see if they're looking to jump into cryptocurrency, not just, just asking questions, by way of DM or inbox, you know what I mean? Come through and ask the questions. That way I can actually show and tell. I'll be able to show and tell a lot of individuals, more so than them just checking out the there we go. Just asking through Libra will help bring mass adoption faster because of their audience. That's the only plus to me. It's the LG. What's going on, Miss Lisa? Hell we doing? Right. That is one of the pluses, that it is going to bring about mass adoption. It should bring about mass adoption. It will aid. Let me say this: it will aid in bringing about mass adoption, because it in and of itself is not going to be the end all tell all, but it will be an aid. It will be an aid. I will give it that. There we go. So let's get into the story. Given how slowly Washington lawmakers have taken to devise a coherent, informed view of cryptocurrency, the chair of the House Financial Services Committee's rapid leap to action last week over Facebook's ambitious Libra project was remarkably fast. But let's reflect not on the details of Representative Maxine Waters' urgent request that Facebook to cease work on Libra until after hearings are held, or on how European lawmakers made similar appeals. The important takeaway from these legislators' actions is that they are able to make such demands at all, since this is not the case with truly decentralized projects. Interesting opening. Very interesting opening. Unlike with Bitcoin, representatives in Congress can directly identify and talk to the people in charge of the Libra project. That's a blow to the face right there if y'all caught it. Unlike Bitcoin, representatives in Congress can directly identify and talk to people in charge of the Libra project, right? So they can holler at these people, right? They can subpoena them and thus pressure them. They might start with David Marcus, head of Facebook's subsidiary Calibra, but ultimately it's Facebook. CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who will give lawmakers the greatest leverage. In this case, the buck stops with Zuck. Now imagine a congressional leader calling for a halt in Bitcoin development. Who exactly are they going to pressure to? Who are they going to pressure to end an open source project involving millions of globally spread, mostly unidentifiable developers, miners, and users? This distraction between one project with a single identifiable authority figure and another whose governance is distributed and leaderless with a founder who has never revealed their identity goes to the heart of a crypto community critique that the social media giants initiative is not censorship resistant. When there's someone in charge, an interested party, a policymaker, a banker, a regulator, a stakeholder, all statuses, can lean on them to make changes. And when the blockchain consensus model is based on a club-like permission membership, a coordinated effort to alter or censor the ledger is always possible. And if the ledger or its software can be altered by this pressure, the Libra platform can't unconditionally promise to support open, unfettered access for users and a permissionless innovation environment for developers. Let's be clear. Libra's designers have thought deeply about how to protect their project from Facebook itself, both in a real sense and that of public perception. In its commitment to decentralization, the team has put the code under an open source license, handed the network's governance authority to a separate Swiss-based foundation trust, bought in 27 external partners to work alongside Facebook as independent permission nodes in the network, and verbally committed to transition to a permissionless model over time. There is a structure and roadmap in place for Libra to grow and survive regardless of its genesis as a Facebook project. All that's fine, but we're still at the genesis phase, one that is and will for some time hinge on the centrality of a particularly powerful company. The culture problem. At the risk of stating the obvious, Marcus and his team are paid by Facebook. Follow the money, as they say, but also follow the code. The Libra's protocol, all important source code, is now open source, but it was conceived and gestated inside Facebook. So whether the project managers and programmers resist or not, the culture of that organization will inherently feed into Libra's design priorities. The elephant in this room is a drumbeat of recent news, and it is a drumbeat of recent news has revealed Facebook's corporate culture to be profoundly toxic. The company's model of surveillance capitalism has turned users into pawns in a global game of data manipulation, cultivated echo chambers of narrow-mindedness, done irreparable harm to the worthy cause of journalism, and deeply undermined our democracy. Understand what a democracy is before you want to be claiming that, though. I'd rather have a republic. This legacy is the unavoidable. Understand the difference between the two before you jump the gun to what I said. The legacy is the unavoidable reason why people, including lawmakers, are alarmed that Facebook might be on the verge of creating a new international model for money and payments. Rightly or wrongly, there's a fox in the henhouse optic here that's unhelpful. Wharton, we got liquidated longs. We got longs being liquidated at 10.8. Wharton professor Kevin Werbach argued in the New York Times this week that Facebook Libra is a bold effort to win back public trust by leveraging the accountability ingrained in blockchain technology. But at the project's genesis phase, with no choice but to trust Facebook's early input, the legacy of prior mistrust could easily become a huge barrier to its progress. Remember, this is the company that sells all your data. We should support Libra, not Facebook. Notwithstanding all the above, I actually want Libra to succeed. No, I also want Facebook to die. That's not a contradiction. Those two outcomes can and should be separate. In fact, it's the nub of the issue. The Libra team has set its sights on achieving financial inclusion for 2 billion adults worldwide who don't have bank accounts. 2 billion. Think about this. There's not one bank in the whole world that has 2 billion clients. Think about that. It's a noble goal, and they're going about it in an intelligent way. From a truly international, cross-border, cross-currency perspective, bring all those people into the international economy, and the payoffs could be huge for them and for the rest of us. Now, let's face it, Bitcoin has dismally failed to live up to its advocates' promises of a financial inclusion solution. Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies' impact on the 800 billion global remittances market is puny. Sure, uptake could rise if the off-chain Lightning Network lives up to its promise to enable larger scale transaction processing, if stablecoin projects resolve Bitcoin's volatility problem, and if new encryption solutions can improve both security and user experience for crypto wallets. But these solutions will take time. We need to act now. In the end, it's not at all clear that global person-to-person payments are a viable use case for Bitcoin. Perhaps because too many hodling speculators crowd all the spenders out. And of course, no other payments-focused cryptocurrency has put a big enough dent in the remittance market. So perhaps the recipe for a global broadening in payments lies with a cross-border, low-volatility international stablecoin backed by a basket of leading fiat currencies and developed with formidable programming and marketing resources of 28 tech and financial giants. Also, when you combine Facebook's, Instagram's, and WhatsApp's user account, the number of the potential wallets runs to 4 billion. There goes that number 4, lucky number. Global network effects instantly. 4 billion. Now we just went from 2 and doubled ourselves up, and now we got 4 billion bank accounts. This is what not just the United States, the European Union, as well as other world powers are fearful of, or I'm gonna say cautious of. The outlook at Facebook, that this thing that is looked at as, I mean, let me not even say that, because we look at it as that. I'm gonna tell you something. The government, I'm gonna leave all that shit alone. But yeah, all other things being equal, that is, if we ignore for now the genesis problem of Libra inheriting Facebook's toxic roots, one could also argue that a permissioned corporate network is the best approach for the Libra blockchain in place of a fully open permissionless chain such as Bitcoin's or Ethereum's. The heavy lifting needed for early global traction, the software development, the marketing effort, and the public policy outreach requires that significant corporate resources be deployed in a targeted, coordinated manner that's a hard for open source blockchain communities to achieve. There are efficiency advantages to be had from centralization. Over time, as the project grows, Libra hopes to expand the consortium. That could undermine the coordination efficiency, but in a classic centralization versus decentralization trade-off, the addition of new members, more NGOs, some banks, a workers' union perhaps, and some public pension funds, which will achieve greater diversity and lower collusion capacity, is far from perfect, but the time transition brings things closer to censorship resistant at a time in the future when it will matter, if they get there. What this means for Bitcoin and crypto. As an aside, I also believe Libra's success will be a positive for Bitcoin. In the past week's price action suggests that the market sees the same. Here's why. Currently, the one value proposition that holds well for Bitcoin is that it will be a more liquid, digitally up-to-date risk hedging vehicle than gold when people need to preserve value on something immune from political and institutional risk. Please be mindful of the words that are used in this article and as they come out of my mouth for those that may be listening. That argument could be enhanced if Libra succeeds in converting billions of people to digital payment wallets, because it will more broadly establish the power of the blockchain-based digital money as a way of the future. At the same time, because of its genesis as a Facebook-initiated permission system, Libra will not shake the perception of being prone to political, i.e. censorship risk. For many, then, Bitcoin, aka digital gold, will become the obvious alternative. The currency basket-backed Libra token is, however, a real competitor to other reserve-backed crypto tokens such as USDC, issued by the Center Coalition, initially formed by Circle and Coinbase, GUSD Gemini stablecoin, and Pax from Paxos. But we can imagine events working in the latter's favor. Developing countries like India, for example, which is real interesting. I'm gonna show y'all a story I was just reading. For example, may become hostile to a new currency entering circulation that sucks demand away from their local currencies, but they will be more accepting of a digital dollar, given the greenback already circulates in their economies. Users also might be happier holding tokens pegged to single sovereign currencies rather than a hard measure basket. And if concerns about centralized control undermines trust in Libra or limits innovation, the fact that these tokens are built on truly permissionless blockchains make them more appealing, even if you still have to trust the reserve holder to guarantee the price stability. Whatever happens, the world of money flows is mind-blowingly huge. There are $6 trillion a day in foreign exchange transactions alone. And they're speaking on 6 trillion in United States dollars. So mind you, that's totally different in other currencies. That could be 100 trillion in, just always be mindful of this, family. When we speak of dollars, USD, it is just a financial measurement. It's a unit of financial measurement. That's all it is. It's just a measurement. It just measures the amount of this balance or this checks, this writing it off on this balance sheet is going to cost or take for you to move one item to the next. That's it. So that's why cryptocurrency is so interesting to me. Because once I started to study money, I started to see that this is the true definition of what cryptocurrency is. Because money is not dollars, it's not cash. When you give somebody a dollar, unless it's unregulated commerce, like what we see at the at many flea markets, but anything that's government regulated, such as a store, I'll use Best Buy for instance. When you go, everything is on a checks and balance system. So all the items that are shipped to Best Buy, even though it's already been prepaid for, because we're 22 trillion in debt or wherever we are, you know what I'm saying? It's still on a balance system. So when you go and give them Federal Reserve notes or write a check or use a credit card, which is just digital currency, all that's happening is there are numbers moving from one place to another. That means the dollars you give them, i.e. the money, is just a physical representation of those digits being moved. So what you're really doing is getting a free TV, and they're just taking the dollar saying, okay, move these digits from here to there. This verifies the transaction that was made. That's all money is, y'all. It's just a medium of exchange. I mean, and I don't know, it'd be hard for, man. But that's all money is. The project capacity to foster, where I leave off? Okay. Is that what GDUSD? Okay. The bigger risk is not that Libra succeeds and enriches Mark Zuckerberg even more, but that neither Libra nor one of his crypto competitors ever succeeds in breaking down the barriers to economic participation. Financial exclusion breeds poverty, which in turn breeds terrorism and war. That's a hard statement. Financial exclusion, which is what's been going on for the past 30, 40 years, meaning while we was getting rich or trying get rich or die trying and all that cash rules everything around me bullshit, we were being excluded from the actual financial instruments that were being utilized to grow other individuals' wealth. So that bred poverty, which turns into domestic terrorism within our neighborhoods on one another, and then all-out war between different factions, different nations, different tribes. See how all this breaks down? It's all built on the backs of economic and financial literacy to know what's going on. Anyways, if we assume that the technology, if it isn't yet ready, will ultimately get there, then the biggest threat is from a policy mistake. The subtext of both Waters' statements and those of European lawmakers was that the private exchange systems can't be allowed to replace national currencies. This is one hell of an article right here. I like this article. It's one hell of an article. Where I leave off at? It ratified by enough countries that could curtail the free flow of cryptocurrency among addresses that haven't been through a bank-like know your customer process. That's KYC. If you ever hear or see the term KYC, you just know this is what it is. In other words, it could pose a real barrier to Libras and anyone else's dream of financial inclusion for the unbanked. The bottom line, the Libra team has work cut out, and we all have a lot riding on it. The project's representatives must face the reality that, for now at least, the buck stops with Zuck, and that regulators will use that against them. We should all wish them success in trying to convince policymakers that an open system global financial transaction is important. It's encouraging that the Bank of England is taking an open-minded view, proposing that tech companies like Libra be allowed to access funds directly from central banks. Surprise, surprise, the Bank of England. Surprise, surprise. They see the big picture, huh? Now remember, that's why you got to know history. Remember when America, let me not say America. Remember when the United States had the Revolutionary War and who they were going against? Wasn't it England? Don't we understand that a lot of wars that have been fought throughout this, lifespan of these countries and stuff, like a lot of this shit still goes on. Y'all think all that shit you read in history books is like a fairy tale? Oh yeah, that happened, blah, 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 and it's just over with now. We sit back, watch TV, and eat Happy Meals or whatever the case may be, and shit's just all good. And we really got to open up our eyes to what's really going on around the world right now. There's still a lot of feuds, a lot of war going on in-house. I mean, look what's going on with the U.S. right now. You got in-house, you really have a civil war going on right now. Is that a civil war? It's in-house, I believe. Where you got one part of the government fighting the other part, really three parts if you want to be really want to look at it, because even the Republican form, they're fighting in-house, and then the Republican and Democrat, man, it's crazy. But just seeing them saying that England was like, hey, look, let's roll with it, and this is who we broke. Remember why the U.S. broke away from England? Because they said that they were coming over here trying to tax. They said there should be no taxation without representation, right? That was the whole thing. We supposedly break away ties, and then they come over here and tax the U.S. 14th Amendment citizens. Shit's crazy. Yeah, I think that's enough of that article, though. Real interesting. Let me keep reading because they got some interesting things. Let me see. If ratified by enough countries that could curtail the free flow of cryptocurrency among addresses that haven't been through a bank-like know your customer process. In other words, it could pose a real barrier to Libras and everyone else's dream of financial inclusion for the unbanked. Okay, we read all that. You should wish them success in trying to convince policymakers that an open system global financial. Okay, this is the thing. Number one, they're still asking, you're begging. You're asking for permission, you're begging, can we please do this? Can we please do that? Like, how many of you really, really, really think you was born to come into this world to have somebody put a lock and key around your neck and tell you any and everything you can and can't do? Like, y'all see how animals free as shit? Ain't no jaywalking, ain't no air restriction, none of that. Man, they put those restrictions on. Anyways. By the time the same token must be vigilant against corporate power that could easily convert this important project into something more sinister. Facebook's own history is a reminder of the risk we face. I wish it were a different company running with the ball right now. But since it's not, the need for all of us have to take a direct interest in this project is even greater. We must demand that our representatives provide clear-headed. No, we got to start putting people in position that we know we can have them do what we want them to do, not beg and ask. We hope this person does this. Start keeping my personal feelings about the government shit away from this crypto stuff. But it's not blah, 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 blah. It's one long-ass article. Let me see. Oh, that's the end of it. All right. The bottom line. Blah, 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 Bank of England. I wish it were a different company running with the ball right now, but since it's not, the need for all of us to take a direct interest in the project is even greater. We must demand that our representatives provide clear-headed, informed oversight that holds corporations like this to account and curtails the monopolizing powers. But we should also expect smart, open-minded regulation that encourages companies to compete and innovate in an open system that creates opportunities for everyone on this planet. I might go back and do a whole review of this story again and break down my personal feelings on everything on a podcast. I may do that. But yeah, one hell of a story, family. Take it for what it is. Now, in grander news, shared by my brother D Duncan, coming through with the alley-oop, Digix Gold token partners with Wisp, allowing payroll and DGX tokens. Now, interestingly, that these two partnered up. And for anybody that does tune in to my New Money Matrix podcast, you can definitely check out. It's crazy because I released 2 of these stories, right? As you look on my podcast, the digital tokenization of gold was released February 19th, 2019, at 2:10 a.m. I was up on some other. I'm telling you, I'll be up all day, every day. Only 32 plays though. But it was February 19th, right? Then I came right back around April 20th and bought you Payroll 2.0, Wisp.money. No hassle, globalized payroll. Wisp, which is a payroll protocol built on Ethereum, is easier, faster, and cheaper than legacy payroll service providers. The future of decentralized financing. Now, this one's got 57 total plays. That's good. Let me see episode performance. How it stacks up. DeFi, DragonX, Crypto and Coffee. So yeah, these are definitely must. You gotta go and listen to these, family. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Man, if all this shit just disappears and erased, man, I'll be sick. Even though I got all the information in my head, but it's so much. I need to put all this on flash drives. There's so much information on these podcasts, on these YouTube videos I share. But anyways, let's get into the story. For those that don't know, Digix is a digital token that is a physical representation to 1 gram of gold. It has never deviated from that price. It's actually back 1 for 1. And the gold reserves, who is this? Once reduced, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. All right. Oh yeah. Listen to the podcast. And I got like 3 or 4 videos on Digix and DGD. Check them out. Anyways, so the story. Oh, hold on. Getting a little let me see. Getting a little resistance here. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me know if y'all can let me know if it's skipping or anything. Let me know if it's skipping, y'all. I think I'm getting some resistance over here as far as the video, as far as my page is loading up. So y'all, if y'all can, let me know if it's skipping. H Boogie, what's going on? Marcus Mills, peace. Bought you some DGX? Cool. No skipping on YouTube. Now, I want individuals to know DGX is just like gold. It is not where you put money if you want to see money grow. It is a store of value. That means when there is financial uncertainty in the market, the money goes to gold. Understand this. You don't buy gold to get rich. Let me say it like this. A store of value is something that you hold that the currencies of the jurisdiction in which you lie are hedged against, that it fluctuates in a volatile motion in an upwards and downwards rate. But the store of value should always have a certain store to, whereas if you hold a certain amount of wealth and the national currency is dwindling, this is where you would put your funds because it is a hedge against that currency that it may be going down in value. Do we understand? So in saying that, when you look at Digix, you look at Digix as a store of value. That's why they're using it for a payment. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the story yet. I haven't even read it. It's just off what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I'm thinking about. Hold on, y'all. So always remember that. Gold is a store of value. Y'all got to understand the words that are being used. Even though it's been on the rise. But let's get into the story. Digix, the physically backed asset company on Ethereum, has recently collaborated with Wisp, a crypto payroll and bookkeeping solution to allow companies to pay their employees with Digix tokens, DGX or DGD, and other ERC20 tokens. In fact, let me see the story that Brother D. Duncan shared also. Let me see if I can find that one. Hold on. Because I think you shared the story from Medium, and I love Medium in all actuality, Brother Duncan. I love Medium. Let me see if I can find your story real quick. Brother D. Duncan coming with the alley-oop this morning. That's what I like. Let me see. Brother D. Duncan. Brother D. Duncan. Where your page at? There goes that 44. D. Duncan, me and you got 144 mutual friends. That's 144 mutual friends. And then 4 and 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, which is the number of completion. For anybody that's into any type of numerology. Let me see. Where is that story at? Where that story at, Brother Duncan? I don't see it here. No, you just shared it. Or you shared it not too long ago, rather. Damn, I can't seem to find that story. Let me see. Okay, this may be it right here. Oh, yeah, this is Digic's page right here. All right, so this is June 19, 2019. This is straight from the Digic's page. From providing payment accessibility and heightened security for customers, Digix has recently collaborated with Wisp to allow companies pay their employees on Ethereum with Digix Gold tokens, DGX or DGD, and other ERC20 tokens. Like, man, y'all really do we not understand what is going on in the world right now in front of our face? And we're still allowing individuals to give us paper rectangles in the form of value for our hard labor, sweat, and equity. I would rather get Digix tokens. Digix, the world's first smart asset company, currently has 2 products, DGX and DGD. Once again, Digix, the world's first, mind you again, first smart asset company, currently has 2 products, DGX, which is the actual Digix Gold token, and DGD, which is the governance token. The core product of Digix, DGX, is gold-backed tokens that are built on the perks of the blockchain technology. Each DGX token represents 1 gram of investment-grade gold, which are held in vaults out of Singapore and Canada, right above us. DGD is the governance token for Digix DAO, which is DEO, which is Decentralized Autonomous Organization. DGD holders are able to participate in the building of Digix and DGX ecosystem through submission or proposals and applying for grants for projects. With Wisp payroll on Ethereum, companies or vendors can directly pay its employees directly in DGX, DGD, or any ERC20 tokens, eliminating the middleman. Hey, fuck, man. I ain't giving these people the flux out here. Y'all don't even know it. Wisp has provided a payroll solution which is fast, easy to use, affordable, bingo, no KYC required, and provides financial freedom. Employees will be free to choose how, when, and where they gain access to their money. Additionally, Wisp manages the record keeping, and users can conveniently export payment records in CSV format for their record keeping purposes. That was a quick read. Let's see what they got to say over here in the story. Once again, these are available on my podcast. You can go check them out as introductions. The core product is Digix, which is a gold-backed token built on Ethereum, yada, 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 proposals, yada, yada, yada. It's the same story from, it's the same damn, they took the same story from Medium. They bogus. That's plagiarism, man. Something like that. But, yeah, this is what's going on right now. So, let me see what time we got right now on the podcast. I think I may be up for an hour. Okay, we got 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cryptos. Let's see. Let's check out. Let's go to Live Coin Watch. Let's use Live Coin Watch. Do we got any questions or comments, family? That is the first half of Coffee Crypto with the Bitcoin Block Bully New Money Matrix Mondays. This week in crypto, BTC up to 7. Let me see. Leo's back. Man, I'm telling y'all, some people sleep. All right, so let's see what we're looking at over here. Let's see what our market cap's looking like. Let me see if I got any questions or comments leading into the second half of the show. Let's see if we got any questions or comments out there. Brother Winston, what's going on? Peace, peace, peace. Grand Rising. Let me see. Let me see. All right, so we got circulating market cap 324,896,300,000. Oh, let me switch this over. Let's do 30 seconds. That should be cool. All right, so right now we got a circulating market cap of $324,971,025,798. We got a 24-hour volume of 26,830,000,000. Damn, 26 billion in the last 24 hours. 830,526,778. We got a BTC dominance right now at 59.41%. Coming in number one, we got Big Bang Hank Bitcoin trading at $10,863, up 1.8% within the last 24. Coming in number two, we got Ethereum at $308.21, down 0.1% within the last 24. Coming in number three, we got Ripple trading at 46 cents, down 1.8% within the last 24. Coming in number four, we got Litecoin trading at $134, down from the high of 141. That was a damn nice short, down 3.5% within the last 24. Coming in number five, we got Bitcoin Cash trading at $469, up 2.14. No, excuse me, down 2.14% within the last 24. Coming in number six, we got EOS trading at $7.17, down 2.39%. Coming in number seven, we got Binance Coin, BNB, trading at $37, down 2% within the last 24, though it's up 0.2% within the last hour. Coming in number eight, we got Bitcoin SV trading at $233.77, down 1.8% within the last 24, 1.5% within the last hour. Coming in number nine, we got Tether trading at 99 cents. Which is the cryptocurrency equivalent to the United States dollar. Coming in at number 10, we got Tron trading at 3 cents, down 5.5% within the last 24.2% within the last hour. Coming in number 11, we got Cardano trading at 9 cents. Wait, what did I just say? Tron up 5.5%. I don't know if I said that, but it's up 5.5% and 0.2% within the last hour. Now I'm going to tell you what the majority of newbies will do. The majority of newbies will look at this list and go buy Tron because they want to catch a train that's already going up. You understand what I mean? They want to catch a ride that's halfway wherever they want to go, instead of getting on at the station where the train stops and everybody else loads up at with the smart investors. You understand what I mean? They'll look at all this chart and see Tron and be like, oh, shit, I'm going to go buy Tron. Tron's up. Wrong thoughts, family. Wrong thoughts. It's not how you want to think. Not how you want to think. Coming in number 11, we got Cardano trading at 9 cents, up 1.8% within the last 24, down 1.1% within the last hour. Coming in number 12, we got Stellar trading at 12 cents, down 1.5% within the last 24 hours, up 0.1% within the last hour. Coming in at number 13, we got Monero trading at $115.80, up 0.44% within the last 24 hours. Damn, 0.44, I like that. Damn, Monero's $115. Just notice what I said. Who remembers Monero being $44? Who remembers Monero being $44? Brother Kennedy, I know you do. Coming in number 14, Eunice said Leo. Leo, hail unto Caesar with his Caesars. Trading at $1.89 right now, up 2% within the last hour, down 1.18% within the last 24. For those that are Bit Patreon members, check out that Bit Patreon. I just did an updated video last night at 2 in the morning, was it? Yeah, I did one last night, like 2 in the morning. Updated video for Bit Patreon subscription members, that is. Excuse me, subscription members. We hit 3 of our targets so far. We're on to our 4th target right now on one of our chosen tokens. So check out that update if you have not yet. Coming in number 15, we got Dash trading at $175, up 0.6% within the last 24, 0.05% within the last hour. Coming in, and for those that don't know, I do have a Bit Patreon page. Which is a step forward in decentralization. Y'all can use Patreon. I use Bit Patreon. As we can see, I have a total of 4 subscribers right now. one pending transaction. So yeah, this right here is the latest one, 10:53 p.m. But we got to understand that this is UTC time. Let me see where we leave off at. Dash Cosmos at 668. Cosmos, man, Cosmos was a monster. IOTA right now at 45 cents. People are gonna sleep on this 45-cent IOTA. Neo was $4, $5, $8, $10, $17.68. I'm gonna tell you something. People will go buy this right now. Well, I mean, I guess that's not. I guess if you've been in this space for a while and been sleeping on it, I guess I'll be talking to, because I don't want to chastise. If somebody said I was chastising people when I said I'm gonna stop trying to beg people to make money and beg people to get into cryptocurrency. I've been doing that for damn near 2 years. If you look at it, I've been trying to like really beg people, like, man, look at this stuff, get this stuff, please use this stuff, look at it, like smacking people in the face. It's like I'm running after people, throwing Bitcoins at them, trying to make them take it, and they just keep running. Now I just been running after people for the past 2 years. Every once in a while, somebody will turn around, actually pick the Bitcoin up, and then start running after people with me, and they're throwing Bitcoins at people, because everyone that comes into knowledge of this wants to start telling everybody else about it, just like I do. So you initially, this is what we're doing, and we don't even understand it. We're begging, not begging. We're trying to get people to understand that, man, it don't matter. Neo's at $17.69, up 3.6% within the last 24. Coming in number 19, we got Ethereum Classic, another monster who people won't sleep on. $9.21 Ethereum. I remember swing trading Ethereum between 20 and 40 bucks, back and forth in the good old days. Coming in number 20, we got Neem, last but not least, at 9 cents. And I said I was going to do the top 10, but hey. Let's see who the biggest gainers, biggest losers are real quick. We got any questions or comments, family? Any questions or comments? Take heed to some of these biggest losers that we have right now. This is the list where, theoretically speaking, the individual will want to come and look for, you know, the next entries. You understand what I mean? Neo, when it's final, will be a top 4 coin. My man, Peter Grimes, what's going on? Grand Rising, my brother. Peace, peace, peace. Salute. Alpheus, brother Alpheus, welcome. I think it's the first time I ever seen you tuned in. Welcome. Biggest losers, we got Verge, Walton, KuCoin Shares, Nodes, Komodo, MageSafe, Crypto.com, which is Crow, OX, PundiX, Cosmos. Pay attention to these biggest losers right here. Cosmos is already starting to come back to life, up 0.3. Verge is coming back, up 1.4%. So imagine an investment portfolio where you get 1% yearly. Verge just bought you back 1.45% in the hour. And it's only not even a penny. Not even a penny right now. So we got Cosmos, Litecoin, Tezos, Nano, Maker, Bytem, IOTA, Neem, Zcash, Holo. Let's look at the biggest gainers. Remember, this is what you come look for to see who the biggest losers are. You can damn near, let me not put that out there, but you can utilize this to your advantage. Let's see who the biggest winners are. Lamba, Hedge Trade. Oh my God, this thing has been going to the moon, man. Hey Mo, if you watching right now, Law, I gave you a good one, boy. Hey, I gave you a good one, man. Hedge Trade right now, $33.31. I mean, up 33.31%. Holy man, let me show y'all Hedge. And I shared Hedge with y'all a couple months ago. Let me show y'all just what this coin's been doing. And what happened with this was, when I bought it on Bancor. Not long after I bought it, they delisted it because something happened where they got hacked and they closed down. You're gonna see it in the actual chart where they got hacked and they closed down. And I was just sitting on them because I couldn't trade them or anything, so I just sat on them. I think I meant to some individuals. Let me see. Let me show y'all this day chart on Hedge. Look at that. This right here is where they got hacked. And I'm talking about crash. And then they open back up. This is 6 cents. Right now it's 60 cents. This was May 21st. Right now it's up 800%. 800%. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I gave mine away to one of my guys, man, who was just getting into the space. I gave him to him when it was down around here. He called me. He like, bro, this stuff. And we was telling him, like, man, no way your account jumped up that much. I'm like, you must be tripping on what I gave you. He like, nah, I remember what you gave me. But yeah, so I don't even have any hedge trade anymore. I gave it all to my homie. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what we do. So EDU is up. EDU care. Nexo. A Eternity, Nebulous Token, BitShares, Decred, iOS Token, Odom, Tron, Omas Gold, Mona, GXS been running crazy, which is available on the Dragon X exchange market. Theta, Ravens coming back to life, up 1.13%. Grin up 0.5%. Mixing up 0.7%. And so on and so on and so on. Family, with that being said, let's go take a look at the charts real quick. Let's take a look at the charts real quick. I ain't gonna spend too much time on these charts though. Let me see how much time we got left. Okay, we got about 5 minutes left. New Money Matrix podcast. I'm gonna make this a quick one. Any coin requests out there? Are there any coin requests on any side? Any coin requests on either side from anybody? Any coin requests on either side from anybody? Any coin requests on either side from anybody? That's good. We broken our median. We broken our middle channel. That's very good. Let me check out YouTube. See if we got any coin requests. Once I add the CDP, what's the next move? What you mean? See my TRX and ADA up. Yep. Brother Kennedy, what's going on? I mean, ask how likely is it 75 Satoshis for Pundi X? 75 sats? Where we at right now? 75 sats is nowhere near unlikely. Let's take a look at Pundi X. We got to remember where Pundi X came from. You know, I like to look at it versus Ethereum. And this is why you have to take advantage of the pumps and not get too happy. Look at that. I hope y'all sold up here. I hope nobody let that thing do that historical rise and give back that it gave and it just sat in it like, oh, I was going to keep going up, but it didn't set a stop limit. I mean, this is the thing y'all got to realize also. Pundi X is done giving out the airdrops. So you don't have to sit in it anymore. You know what I mean? You can set stop limits and buy back. Well, depending on depending on what platform you're using. But if you're able to set stop limits and re-enter at a lower price. So this is the thing to keep in mind about Pundi X. We still never look at this downsloping trend we were in. We still never broke out of it. We attempted to right here, but we weren't able to break out of the 786. Look at the 786 right here. We were not able to break it whatsoever. So, but can Pundi X go to 75 Satoshis? In my personal opinion, let's go take a look at Binance versus Bitcoin real quick. Look at a weekly. Can it go to 75? Yeah, it was there before. And this isn't, this isn't a shit coin. So, do I believe it can come right back here? Yes, I can. You'll be surprised how fast it can come here. In fact, let's set this here, 75 sats. That's our target. I was in Pundi X when it was a penny. I remember. 700, 800% right there. Man, you was on point with that one, Brother Kennedy. 444. 6, 12, 13. 3 and 1 is 4. So we got 4, 4, 4, 4. And then 4, 4, 4, 4 is 16. 6 and 1 is 7. That's my circle 7. With that being said, let me see if we got any more coin requests. I was about to end the show. See if we got any coin requests. Long term, what? Hell yeah. We don't buy green candlesticks. Right. Pete, brother, do you have a video showing how to get started buying Bitcoin? Yep, I do. I got an ATM video that's got like 14,000 views on it. At the beginning of my Chicago Crypto Hustler video. And then I got on Cryptonomic Console how to utilize Coinbase, I think. But you can use Cash App. Louis Charles, you can use Cash App. You can buy Bitcoin directly off of Cash App. Let's see, he said FTM. Take a look at FTM coin. That Aeon is talked about a lot from Crypto Insider. So let's take a look at Aeon. What was it? What was the first one? FTM, Aeon, and then no, FTM, BAT, and then Aeon. FTM still in the downsloping downtrend. Hasn't found a bottom yet. Gotta wait for FTM to find a bottom before you enter, before you even think about entering. This right here could have been considered the bottom, but then they got invalidated. You had some nice move to the upside. You could have took profit. Right now, this could have been the bottom. Got invalidated. So now we have what? This is versus Tether. I mean, you could try to treat this as the bottom, but there's no guarantee that this is the bottom. So, I mean, with stuff like this, you can play it real close. Was that a 2% loss? So you can play for a 2% loss for an 8% gain if you wanted to. Entry at 2286, stop limit at 2241 or below. If you think this is the bottom. Like I said, it hasn't made a solid bottom yet though. You know what I mean? So with coins that this is just dropped, you know what I mean? They're brand new. You gotta let them play out. Find a rhythm. Let's see, BAT. What do I have? No, not this one. Well, dig that. This is what I mean by support and resistance. You see how we had a swing high, a swing low to a swing high, and then we had a retracement down to about our 50%. Blast off, came back down, 38% blast off. But look where our floor is. That previous high that we had. Damn, look at this head and shoulders I call. Hold on. I see that. Kind of off, but played out. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I ain't gonna call it a head and shoulders, though. It sort of resembles one. That's what I thought it was at the time, but shit. played out. So basic attention token, let's see. Oh, well, let me end the New Money Matrix podcast. They can't see none of this charting. So if anybody tuning in on the New Money Matrix podcast, listening in, I want to thank you. Or those that will tune in, rather. To the next podcast. This is the Bitcoin Block Bully Peace, Power, and Prosperity family. I am out of here. That was just me ending the New Money Matrix podcast. For anybody that missed the show, you can go back and listen to it. Let me go ahead and publish it real quick. So over. On to nowhere to you break. That shit is bullshit. But then you see it correlate and honor previous support resistance. There we go. I mean, you had your 618 retracement. That's a classic move. Swing high to swing low. We 1.8% of the way. You're down sloping trend. You're in a downtrend. You able to break down. So if we was to do a swing on the newest, right? You pretty much invalidated everything in between. Yeah, the numbers are back here in case y'all look for them. So we got to slow the swing high. I'm talking about shit. We back, yeah. 786 is right here. That's the only thing that's saving you. 786. You broke through the 618, so that's reversal. You came back up, it broke back. Really, you would want to. I mean, shit. You would want for kind of break retest at a 50% maybe. Some sort of, or at least do and use the 382 as all you've done is wick through it recently. You break out of this, you break this, definitely want to break this. You can move sideways and break it though. But you know, just using the Fibonacci, just using the retracements, we want to try to 382 as a support right now, it's resistance. You break that support, you can possibly the 50%. Basic attention is something that I personally speak on today. Well, yeah, but just looking at the way I live, you got certain barriers that you. Now, stop buys can be put in place in case it does break these barriers. You know what I mean? Stop by in case it, whatever, this chart, remember, these are day candles. So these are 24 hours, a lot within 24 hours, but this is an overview of how it's looking. Now, if we go ahead and we break into a chart, let's see. Came back again. That's 5%. 5% gains, nothing too much. But yeah, basic attention token. You got to wait for it to make. Let me see right now. Let me see. So what is this? $618. Yeah, your 618 is your resistance level also to the left. Far left, look, 618 right here. That's your resistance. So break 618 to the upside. Let's get some support from the 618. The 618 should take us, look, to the 382. 618 take us to the 382. We got to break that 382. Even if we get stopped out by the 382 on the to the far left, right? Swing low to swing high. If you get stopped out by that, if you get support by the 382 and start bouncing around in here, that'd be a good indicator that it's starting to turn around and reverse. So let me see. And then Aeon. Oh, only $1. Wait, yeah. I'm not even gonna chart this. This is ugly. You may have found a nope. I thought you found a bottom. Oh, we looked at this before. That's our bottom we was looking at, I guess. You broke that at 41 cents. Came down 15. Came back down. Okay. Yep, and you're going right back down to the shithole. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even gonna waste my time on Aeon. You don't want to look at Aeon until you come back above 27 cents. I'll give you that much. 27 cents. Look for Aeon to hit 27 cents. Put an alert on your phone. When we come back up and we break 27 cents, then you start looking at Aeon again. But until then, you're pretty much maybe gambling, hoping that you found a bottom, but there's no telltale sign that it is a bottom as of right now. Let me see if we got any more questions or comments before I get up out of here. Let me see. KNC, XLM. KNC and XLM. Audio is breaking up. Can y'all hear me? Is the audio still breaking up? Audio still breaking up. Cuz, what's the word, TJ? Cuzzo, what's the demo? I think it's your first time ever tuning in. This when the Patty kid. What's going on, cuz? This cryptocurrency, what you looking at if you're not already familiar with. Kyber Network crystals is a good one. Doesn't look good over here though. Let's see. In fact, really you should look at that versus Ethereum since that's what it's really traded against. Man. Damn, Kyber Networks looks like shit versus the cryptos. Let me see. Tether. Let's look at it versus the dollar. There we go. Looks a lot better versus the dollar though. But still a shitstorm. Look at that. Now KNC, the real reason why, because I don't know much about Aeon. KNC I do know about. KNC I actually utilize as a decentralized exchange market for atomic swaps, and it works very good. KNC, man, 26 cents. I'm glad we came and took a look at this. KNC, this is something that I would allocate just, you know, a certain amount of expendable funds to, if you get what I'm saying. See, now see, you found the bottom, you broke up from that bottom. Look at this. Hold on, look at this. This was your resistance level right here. Look at this right here. So that means that was your measure move, right? That means, oh, hold on. When you break that, you want to look to take profit for the height of the move. Hold on, let me grab this little thing. There we go. So this would have been your take profit. And look at that. Supreme mathematics. Sacred geometry. Look at that. That would have been your take profit, which just so happens to be what? Your ceiling. Everything adds up in the end, family. Kyber Network, definitely while we're in this, let me see. Yeah, Kyber Network, I would look at maybe getting some entries, especially while it's right here on this dividing line, probably trace some down. Let me see. What would that be? It's long. Let's see if we was able to catch it right here on the dividing line at about 25 cents. And look at that. That's 20% just right there. Where we're currently at, just to go back and retest the resistance line, right? Just if we wanted to go back and retest the resistance line. 12% gains. But that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at $6, $5, $3, $2. I can definitely see Kyber Network coming back, reaching $1 and going forward with it being one of the top decentralized exchange markets right now. So definitely do your homework. KNC, man, that's one hell of an undervalued currency. This is not financial advice. Let me put this out there now. I should have put it out in the beginning of the show. But this ain't financial advice, y'all. Please don't take none of this as any type of financial advice. Okay, so they said breaking up on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. They said I was breaking up on YouTube, so they probably didn't even hear none of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. Thank everybody that tuned in with me. Until the next video. This is Amir, the Chicago Crypto Hustler, Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.